Kia ora, my name is Harrison Keefe, and I've travelled all over New Zealand, from the North Island all the way to the south. And one of my favourite places down south is in Invercargill. No, I'm kidding, that's impossible. It's Christchurch. And today I'm going to tell you 5 local facts about Christchurch, which is going to want to make you go and visit it, move there, go for a holiday, whatever. But you're going to want to go to CHRISTCHURCH. Number 1, Christchurch has quite a, how could I measure it? Humongous boy racer community. People down south are obsessed with boy racing, okay? It's crazy. There's 4 AVs that they race down. Morehouse, Deans, Beeley and Fitzgerald. That's the 4 AVs. And that's where our young, awesome youth of Christchurch just go nuts in their cars at night. A lot of cops show up. There's always a lot of cops coming and shutting it down, but they don't really shut it down, do they? They just kind of turn up and go, oh, you know, license and registration, please. I don't think the license and the registration is the big worry right now. It's probably that they're fucking doing Iraqis down my street, outside my house. And it's so loud. As crazy and as annoying as it is, it's quite a community. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a part of this community. It's not really my thing, boy racing or cars in general. I own a Honda Jazz, so I don't think I'd belong in this group. But I mean, you know, they're all having fun, I guess, as long as they're being respectful. Apart from boy racing down the streets at night. But, you know, if they stop doing that, it'd be better if they just hung out without the races, because they always hang out, you know, at the countdown, the car park. They're always there, so that's all good. You're walking around, they're chilling in their cars, you know, no one's shopping at this hour, so it's okay. You can go around, have a chat to them and everything. It's just when they start racing, it's like, oh no, I'm out of here. That's too far. So if you don't want to pay for any adventurous activities and you just want a bit of a cheap thrill, ask to hop in the passenger seat. Trust me, it'll blow your mind how insane it is. And is there like another boy racing community in New Zealand which are like rivals with the Christchurch? Let me know. Surely we have like a boy racer off, eh? A boy racer off, a boy race. Or does that already happen? I don't know. Again, I'm not heavily involved in this community. Let me know. Number 2, Christchurch is filled with local heroes / icons. Obviously, we have Richie McCaw, who lives down south, and hey, what a hero. But it's the local heroes, okay? It's the real local heroes. It's the Christchurch wizard, okay? Yeah, if you're not from Christchurch, there's literally a wizard who walks around being a wizard, and the council pay him to do that. Yep. He sorted out funding from the council, so he's literally an official wizard. I think they've just stopped paying him, but he used to get paid to be a wizard. But he just lived like a wizard anyway. He wanted to be a wizard. And then the council were like, oh, I don't know. I mean, the joke's been going on for years now, so I guess we'll just pay you because it's kind of funny still. Oh, thanks. So he gets paid to walk around and shit. There's also this guy I've seen on the riverside who like dresses as a statue. I can't think of his name or what his actor's called, but let me know if that's real. But I'm pretty sure there's a guy on the riverside who always just sits or stands there, but then he always takes off his mask to have a smoko or something, and you're always like, oh fuck, that's a bit unsettling. Shit, put that back on. I thought you might have your smoko out back, not right in front of us when you're performing. Kind of ruining the magic there, mate. Kind of ruining the magic. But I mean, the biggest icon of Christchurch has to be Radio Man. Am I wrong? Radio Man, you don't even need to talk much about Radio Man. He's a legend, obviously, but his superpower is literally in the name. He's a man who listens to the radio. He walks around blasting a radio. He'd sing, he'd make noises. He was fucking sick, you know. Walk around with the radio, be always getting new batteries, always with new radios, finding new radios. And for like over 50 years, he'd just do the same routine every day. Walk around the Christchurch city and listen to the radio. I respect it. Good on him. Good life choice. And there were huge conspiracies going around a few years ago, whether people knew if he was dead or alive. But if you're ever in Christchurch and you see an old guy walking around with a radio, trust me, you'll know it's him. If you see that, go say hello. Say, Radio Man. And he'll be like, hello. Number 3. Now, if you like Greek food and you're in Christchurch, everyone will tell you to go to this one place called Dimitris on the riverside to get a souvlaki. Now, it is good. Don't get me wrong. It is good. They are really good souvlakis. Like, really yum. Like, they're humongous, by the way. Like, ridiculously big. It's like you've got a road cone and flipped it upside down and just shoved lettuce in it, heaps of tomato sauce, and then put a bit of chicken on top. That's what the souvlakis really are. Literally, that's what it is. I only tried my first one last year and I was impressed. But I am a local Wellington guy now. And in Wellington, we have this souvlaki place called the Greek Food Truck. And it is the best souvlaki in Aotearoa. Seriously, it is amazing. They nail it. The bread is beautiful. The tzatziki is amazing. The meat's so delicious. And they put in the best golden, crunchy, thick hot chips. It is honestly my favorite takeaway and one of my favorite meals. I've gotten it here so many times, it's ridiculous. Now, I had that, and then I had Dimitris on the riverside in Christchurch, and it just wasn't as good. It wasn't as good, and everyone talks about it. If you're from Christchurch, you will be like, oh yeah, I love Dimitris. I always talk about it. Exactly. You guys love talking about it, and you love hyping it up. If I was brought up in Christchurch, I would have had it all the time. It would have been really yum. But now I'm in Wellington, and I've had the best of the best. You know when you've had the best of the best, nothing can top it. And Greek food truck, you can't really top. And Dimitris is amazing, but both places have their pros and cons, okay? Dimitris, they have so much lettuce in there. A nice, fresh, crunchy lettuce. That's amazing. You want some freshness. There's a lot of it. Greek food truck in Wellington, don't have lettuce. You get lettuce if you get like a halloumi one, but if you're getting any meat ones, you don't get lettuce, and I wish they had more lettuce. I wish they had more fresh vegetable crunch in there. But Wellington has these delicious hot chips. It might not be as traditional, but it's amazing. Christchurch, no hot chips. They got so much lettuce, you've got room for hot chips, okay? You've got room. In saying that, they have so much room. They are so big. You get your money's worth, and that's amazing. I love that about that. And it's in a cone shape, so like it drips out the bottom a bit, but it's not too extreme. It just stays in there, okay? It really stays in there. Wellington, on the other hand, it doesn't really stay in there. It's quite tricky to eat. You kind of, it's quite a messy eat. Like you really just have to devour it all, and then you're like, oh yeah, that was yum. It's not as neat to eat. It gets a bit messy at the bottom. But if their version they have now was as big as Dimitris, oh my god, it would be one of the best souvlaki's in the world. The flavour in the Wellington souvlaki is just amazing. The Christchurch one, not as amazing. They've both got pros and cons. If you guys ever wanted to team up and make something, you could make history. You'd make history. So Greek food truck, I love you guys. You make such good souvlakis. Dimitris, you do as well, okay? I've just been in Wellington longer than I've been in Christchurch, but I'm still very open to develop my taste buds to love Dimitris just as much as the Greek food truck. Don't know if I'll love it more, but I could love it just as much. And to all the Dimitri fans out there, hey, no hate. All love around here, okay? They are amazing souvlakis, and I have absolutely devoured a lot of them. So it's all good. It's all good. I'm just saying Greek food truck's really good, but they're both good. I'll stop there. Very controversial. Very controversial. Number 4. Speaking of the Riverside area, it's an amazing area, by the way. They've just revamped it after the earthquake, and it's beautiful. So many lovely shots, restaurants. That's also where the clubs are and where town is. Now look, I hope people agree with me here. Town in Christchurch? What's up with the old-fashioned dress code thing? Seriously, town in Christchurch is like clubs with drinks and music, but they're just taking all the fun out of it. It's just sad because they've got such a strict dress code, which personally puts me off wanting to ever go to town. First of all the guys look exactly the same. If your shirt isn't rod and gun, you're not getting let in. The guys have to wear like dress boots. I mean, you can wear dress shoes, but they can't wear dress boots. You know what I'm talking about? Like the cowboy kind of boots that were really popular in like the 2010s for celebrities. I get where they're going, trying to be nice with it, but you're not allowed any character in that shirt. No. It has to have like, it has to be a plain, basic coloured shirt, or have like very little checkers all over it. You know the shirts that got pinned stripes? When you look at the queues outside of clubs in Christchurch town, it literally looks like all the guys are about to clock into the office for the day. I went last year and I didn't get let into like 4 clubs because I forgot to pack the most basic clothes I have. I just didn't even think about that. I was like, oh, I don't need to bring this shit. Why do I wear that? Oh no, everyone wears it. I wore like Docs, you know, like Dr. Martin shoes, and the bouncers were actually looking at my shoes going, oh, where's the what? Oh, the point at the end of it. You know, the curvy point. I was like, the point? He's like, yeah, and the big heel at the back. The big heel? I was like a cowboy boot? And he goes, yeah, where are those? Where are my cowboy boots? Yeah. I guess I'll just leave then. Of course I haven't got cowboy boots. Why'd I bring cowboy boots? Okay, thanks anyway. Now, I don't want to speak for the Wahine out there, but I feel like your outfit laws are kind of similar to the guys in the sense of you have to wear this basic starter pack to get in. It's like you kind of have to dress for Coachella, but you're on the riverside. High heels? Check. Boob tube? Check. Short dress? Check. You're in. You are in for all of those things. Girl in pants? No way. You will not be allowed in there. Girls in any shoes that aren't heels? Nah, you're not allowed in there. Sorry, no. Anything that's not a really tight little dress? No, you are not allowed in there. Get out of there. Get out of there. But I can't think of anywhere else in New Zealand which is like that. Especially in New Zealand. Especially in Christchurch, for all places. I feel like Auckland might be a bit like that. Wellington, oh, no way. Wellington, I usually go to the clubs with my Speedos. So it's a whole different story. They don't even blink twice. But town and Christchurch, drop the dress code. You don't need it. It could be so much fun. It's such a good spot. They've got some really good clubs there. It's just the atmosphere with the dress code. Just ditch it. Give everyone some personality, some character. And ladies out there, if you're trying to get a guy in the clubs in Christchurch, if short hair, rod and gun shirt, black pants, and cowboy boots are your type, oh my gosh, you have got so much to work with that night. You could be flirting with a guy, go to a bathroom, come back, flirt with another guy, and you'd probably think it was the same guy. So I guess there are some positives in a way. Number 5, a bit of an older fact, this one, but I still think about it to this day, and it was shocking when it happened. Christchurch stole a gorilla from Auckland. True story, true story, true story. So a group of these producers went to Auckland Zoo and a gorilla was trying to escape. And so they grabbed the gorilla, put it in a suitcase, drove all the way down to Wellington, caught the ferry over to Picton, and then drove all the way down to Christchurch with the gorilla in their suitcase, by the way. Got all the way there, let the gorilla out of the suitcase, put a little bow in her hair, put a dress on her, then pushed her out into this studio. And there were so many kids everywhere just screaming at this gorilla, so excited. These people with microphones, with cameras all around her. And she was freaking out. And then she got all this white stuff sprayed on her. And then all this gross, green, drippy stuff all over her. And everyone was going, Camilla, Camilla, Camilla. And she goes, no, I'm a gorilla, gorilla, gorilla. And then one of the people on the microphone were like, everybody, introducing our brand new host, Camilla the Gorilla. And then she got trapped for years in this live television show that only aired on Sundays. So the rest of the week she'd be locked up, and then on Sunday she'd get let out for 3 hours to be on TV. It was pretty screwed up. I grew up watching this show. It's called Whatnow, by the way. It was going fine. I loved the show. And then they kidnapped a gorilla and brought her in and just pushed her to the front you're the star, you're the star. And she was in that show for I don't know, 10 years maybe? She got into it, I guess, or just a brand new life. But at the core of it, people don't really realize how stuffed up that is. Go to Auckland, steal a gorilla, and then put them on a live television show to the whole nation every Sunday morning. It's just sick in the head. It's really twisted shit. And then all of a sudden, she just disappeared, and just no one knows where she's gone. Nobody knows where Camilla the gorilla is. It's a harrowing story if we find out where she is, but for now, God, it's a big loose end. And that concludes my 5 exciting facts about Christchurch City. There was a lot to unpack there, but it's such a great city to visit. Come for a holiday, stop over, even consider living there. We love you, Christchurch, and you are the backbone of Aotearoa. Thank you so much for watching the video. I'll talk to you soon.